What's up guys, your boy's back and better than ever, and today I'm going to be going over 4 habits that are keeping you hard stuck. If you're having trouble hitting masters this season, this is your wake-up call. You have some holes in your games, but that's okay because we're going over some of them in this video. And I want you to keep one thing in mind. These 4 habits I worked on led me to hitting masters. So without further ado, my name is Alpha Drew, let's get into it. The first one we have to talk about is bad communication. This bad habit probably flies under the radar more than people realize. Apex Legends is a team-based game, and with games getting hectic at times, your team needs to make sure you guys are always communicating. Things like I'm popping a bat, using a medkit, or I'm swinging on the right, these are not only game-changing comms, but they can also be game-saving. If you're healing and your team doesn't know that, they may all in the team thinking you're fighting alongside with them, only to find out you're 5 seconds away from the fight. If you tell your team you're swinging on the right, they know to stall for you to engage. Although they may seem like small callouts, they literally make the difference between team wiping and being sent back to the lobby. If you thought this bad habit breakdown was helpful, just wait until you see the 4th habit where over 97% of the community is guilty of. One of the biggest mistakes you can make is throwing your game by not third-partying correctly. Just because you're next to a fight does not mean you need to engage immediately. You have to pay attention to the kill feed. Look at what types of guns you're hearing going off. Did someone get a knock? Did they also get downed? If both teams have at least one knock, they're both at a disadvantage, and it's a strong indication your team needs to third party at that moment. But if you don't take these things into consideration, it could lead to your team third partying too early and even having your team being sent to the lobby before the others. Wait. So you mean to tell me you sat through all of that and you're still not convinced you should subscribe? You're literally missing out on Masters gameplay, ranked tips, and daily uploads.
What more do you want from me?
I've never understood why teams don't push when good damage is done. There are a lot of times where I see somebody get good damage in, communicate the damage to their team, and nothing happens. They just hold their position. At the bare minimum, especially if you're poking at the team, it's your opportunity to close the gap and work on angling out your opponent. But many fail to move off the damage and just let the team reset. Let me explain how this should work. Your teammate cracks one, it's now a 2v3 from your point of view. However, from their point of view, this is how it works out. When one of them gets cracked, they fall back. Now, most times when this happens, they're going to do what we call turtling. It's where they tend to stick close to each other when they're hurt. This leaves your team with 2 options. Either full send the one that is hurt, or full send the other teammate that is isolated. By the time the other person is fully healed, your team should have them fully surrounded, angling them out from every direction and eventually just wiping the team. Now, of course, every scenario is different, but the majority of the times, this is how it should play out. And after covering these 3 habits, I'm going to share the one that completely changed the game for me. It wasn't until I started watching my own gameplay where I began to see the mistakes I was making, where had I not been recording, I would have never been aware of the bad habits I had. And I kid you not, it has paid dividends unlike any other skill or good habit has. Anytime my team and I die, we can argue and question left and right about why things didn't go our way. And with the recordings, we can literally see where we went wrong, talk about how to fix the problems, and get better as a team. The best part about recording your VOD is, you literally see every one of these bad habits, so in your next game, the error is fresh in your mind. So if you're having trouble ranking up, think about why you aren't improving. Could you get better at the 4 habits we talked about in the video? I hope this video helps your rank grind, and with that said, be safe, stay healthy, later guys.